What's up, everybody? Welcome to the show. Thanks for coming through. Appreciate y'all for all coming down for sports talk tonight. Got a couple stories that we're going to talk about tonight. So I gave you my thoughts and opinions on those stories, and then we can, keep it moving. So, of course, we're going to talk about Aaron Rodgers and his lie, his deceitfulness. And then he says in an interview, oh, well, he's not a flat earther, anti-vaxxer. So now he's throwing shade at Kyrie Irving. But Kyrie ain't a liar. And, he trying to have his cake and eat it too. And then thinks that he's smarter or more woke than everybody else. So I'm going to get into that. What's up with Scottie Pippen, man? Scottie Pippen got a new book where he ain't doing nothing but trashing Mike, talking crazy about Jordan ain't this, Jordan ain't that. But at the same time, we've seen Scottie Pippen say how Mike was his greatest teammate and how important Mike was to him. So which one is it? I'm going to talk about that. Also, how many of y'all are going to be interested in seeing Frank Gore fight Darren Williams? Frank Gore, the running back from the NFL, fighting Darren Williams. And what's up with boxing and all of these athletes now trying to be boxers? Is it really worth it? Is this where the sport of boxing is gone, where people are more interested in seeing washed up athletes and other sports fight each other? I mean, I don't know, man, if this is what's best for boxing. But we'll see how that go. And then what's up with OBJ? Odell Beckham Jr. got released by the Cleveland Browns. They won. He's cleared waivers. And now he's free to sign with another team. What team do you think would be best for him? And is he done? Or was it just a bad fit? Because Baker Mayfield is still a new quarterback and maybe didn't know how to work him into the system properly. All right. And then, of course, the Phoenix Suns and the NBA now have another racist owner, it seems, allegedly. Is that a problem in the NBA? Sports teams, period, franchise owners have racist ways, or is this just something that is coincidental? We'll talk about that. A couple of new things came out about that lately, so we'll talk about that. First, I'm going to kick it off with Scottie Pippen and talk about Scottie Pippen, who was my second favorite Bulls player of all time. Maybe almost tied with Derrick Rose in his prime. I did love me some Derrick Rose in his prime. But Jordan, of course, is my favorite Bulls player of all time, favorite player of all time. And I just can't believe Scottie Pippen coming out with more things to say that makes him look bad. And I think that he's bitter. I think he's a little salty that he doesn't get the shine that MJ gets, even though he should realize he's not the player that MJ is. Karl Malone was a better player than Scottie Pippen. You don't hear books and movies about Karl Malone or a lot of other players. That's just an example. So I don't know why Scottie Pippen feels the need to throw shade and tarnish not only MJ, but it makes himself look bad because he's already gone on record to say so many things for MJ in the past that now he looks dumb saying this stuff now. So here's a little article that came out about Scottie Pippen. Let's see. It say Scottie Pippen hits on Mike may sell more books, will be costly to his reputation, though. And I agree. I still remember when Scottie Pippen wanted to be the leader of the Bulls when Jordan retired and Scotty was ready to accept the challenge. I mean, Michael Jordan's father was killed. And although Mike later went to start playing baseball, he was going through some stuff. Now, some people say it may have been over some gambling, allegedly, or whatever the case may be. It's never been proven. But it was some things that he was going through. And we see that Scottie Pippen, I remember, I was a big Bulls fan then. He was saying he looked forward to leading the Bulls, looked forward to stepping up to the challenge of leading the team without Mike. And I remember when they gave that shot to Tony Kukoc, the last shot in that game, and he refused to go in. And Phil Jackson, he threw the damn chair on the court. And then what make it so bad, Tony hit the shot anyway, which really made him look bad. If Tony would have missed, that would have made Scotty happy. Like, see, should have had me in there. I should have hit. But Tony hit the shot. So it made him look stupid. Tony hit the shot. Scotty didn't go in. It showed that he was on some BS. And, that was one thing that first let me think, Scotty, man, what's up with this dude, man? So, we see right now Scotty probably got a lot of demons going on that he's dealing with the wrong way. We know what happened allegedly with his wife and the rapper Future. And she left to be with him, and she's been doing other things. She probably tired of him being bitter, moping around the house. Got his nose in everybody's business. That's one big-ass nose. And so she probably got tired of that nose all up her boo-boo. So she had to bounce. But it says right here, Scotty looked naive, bitter, sad, embarrassing, confusing, jealous, petty, aggrieved, and spiteful. And that's just a few words that come to word association with Scotty in his new book, Unguarded, that was released this past Tuesday. It says that of all those things, when he goes after former teammates and former friend Michael Jordan, it says he's unhappy with his depiction in the documentary The Last Dance, which first aired spring of 2020 during the COVID NBA hiatus. He said he feels slighted and wants to settle scores in the book. He couldn't have been more condescending if he tried, Pippen wrote of Jordan's role in The Last Dance, adding, "Now here I was in my mid-50s, 17 years since my final game, watching us being demeaned once again. Living through it the first time was insulting enough." Okay. He says Pippen is in the midst of a media tour to promote and sell more copies of the book, out today from Atria Books. He says an excerpt of the book and a video Q&A ran in GQ. And it said that he said, sure, he wants to sell books, and the more controversy, the better, but at what cost? His reputation. Pippen is entitled to write the book he wants, but the way he comes off is probably not the way he want to be remembered. To some degree, Pip is misguided and misleading one way or another, like his ire for Jordan. It says, while he skewers Jordan in the book, Pippen a decade ago also asked Jordan to be his presenter at the 2010 Basketball Hall of Fame ceremony. Why would you have Michael Jordan present you when you go to the Basketball Hall of Fame? That's a high honor. If you felt so condescending, he was, such a bad dude. It said Pippen wanted Jordan there at one of the most special events of his professional career, and in his Hall of Fame speech, Pippen said, "MJ, you've touched so many people's lives, but none like mine. Thank you for being the best teammate. I will always cherish that experience, and I will cherish our relationship forever." That's a big So which one is it? And it said, whatever has changed is not a good look for Pip. And he definitely appears jealous of Mike, and it doesn't make sense, of course. And we all know that Scottie was a great player, but Scottie probably would have never got to be who he is had he not played with Jordan. He damn sure wouldn't have the 6 championships. And you can say what you want about whether Mike would have 6 without Scottie, but Mike would have had 1, maybe 2, no matter what. They was going to find some people that can play with Mike. Scottie Pippen, he played 10 years without Jordan. He didn't win. He didn't win a championship even with them years in Portland. And, Pippen is respected. I mean, he a top 50 greatest player. They had him in the top 75 still. And, I don't know what his problem is. He tried to say that he was complaining that Jordan made $10 million from The Last Dance. So I guess Scottie broke. Like Jordan, a billionaire. $10 million ain't nothing. And it says that Jordan donated those earnings. And so, he feels that Jordan's role as an executive producer, he forgets, like, it's a reason why Jordan made money. I mean, he executive produced. He gave access to the cameras. The documentary's about him. Well, should he have done it for free? I mean, he donated the earnings, but, it was Jordan's perspective. And I think that Scottie, just like they say right here, if LeBron comes out with a documentary 10 years later from now, it's going to be LeBron's perspective. It's not going to be Kyrie Irving or Kevin Love or Anthony Davis or even D. Wade perspective. It's going to be LeBron's perspective because it's his documentary. Those people want their perspective, make their own documentary, And so I don't know what Scottie Pippen's point and problem is. He's trying to sell his liquor. He probably been drinking a little bit too much of it his damn self. He trying to sell these books. I don't know. Maybe this NBA money ain't as long. Scottie Pippen did lose a lot of money years ago in bad investment or something happened with a accountant or something happened where he lost nice, millions of dollars. So who knows? Now he about to go through this divorce. He's probably going to lose more money. And he probably trying to figure out a way to get some. He probably jealous Jordan got into ownership and is a billionaire. And he's sitting here with about $30-40 million. He probably feel like that's pennies compared to what Jordan can do. And, Jordan, everybody told him don't sign those bad deals. It's been shown in The Last Dance and other things that Scottie is a bad businessman when it comes to certain things. And this is bad business for Scottie doing this. I don't agree with it. So, definitely. Montana Max, what's good, man? You say a super chat, but please don't put your face on a woman's body for me. Man, no problem, man. I got you, man. But thanks, man. I appreciate it. Definitely appreciate the support. I'll pull up one for you right here, man. And then I see a couple other comments I'll get to right quick, man. Hold on. Here go a super chat for you, man. Thanks for the support.
Hey, guys. You ready to let the dogs out? What? Do what? Who let the dogs out? Who brought this guy?
Who let the dogs out? Hey, thanks for the super chat, man. I appreciate the support. Ill Woods, what's good, man? How you doing? One Journey, how you doing? Thanks for coming through as well. Hey, Rashonda, how you doing? Thanks for coming on through. John Doe, what's up, man? What's good, fam? You say when that money get low, the hungriness show as far as Scottie is concerned. Ill Woods, I agree, man. Scottie is tripping, man. And Rashonda, you said that Scottie and Mike were friends. I thought they were friends, and he said they were friends and all kind of stuff. But I guess, his money is funny, and so we could see it. That he done turned just as funny as his money or something. I don't know. Maybe he got a jealousy. But whatever the case may be, it definitely ain't looking good for him in the long term. And you don't want to be remembered and tarnish your legacy as hating on the best person that helped your career in your life and elevated you. So I don't know. You say Pac-Man Big B, you said Pippen is bipolar. I know that's right. He definitely tripping. Another tech guy, bear down. You know it, man. The Bears looking good, man. If it wasn't for that late flag call, man, we probably could have won that taunting flag. But, the Bears, Justin Field, we got a lot of hope in the future. So we'll see how it go. What's up, Gina? How you doing? Glad to see you. Appreciate you for coming on through. All right, let's get to this other little story right quick, man. So Aaron Rodgers on Green Bay, this dude, man, he swear he's so smart. He thinks that he wasn't a liar by saying that he was immunized, knowing damn well what that meant. And so he's, whether he actually said I took the vaccine or I was immunized, he knew what people were going to think. So you didn't actually say the words and lie, but you were intentionally deceitful. And then he came on this Pat McAfee show and was
on Sunday,
condescending. No. Listen to this.
On Sunday at all? No.
I think there's a possibility, but a small possibility.
Was that because of you, health-wise, body-wise, or preparation-wise?
I just did believe that there's, a health hurdle that I have to, as far as like movement and sweating and getting into it, making sure that my body is, especially your heart is fine with physical exertion.
Have you tried any of that yet? Have you got in your backyard and maybe ran a solo 2-minute or something? Have you tested?
That ain't the right clip. I tried to add this other clip where he was saying, basically in the clip, that he didn't feel he needed to go through all of that, and he just sounded so entitled, as if he didn't need to go with the rules that was stated for everybody. And the difference with him that make it even worse is that Kyrie Irving can't play until he's vaccinated. Aaron Rodgers could have still played without being vaccinated. And that's not what people, it's Carson Wentz with the Colts is not vaccinated. It's plenty of players, quarterbacks that are not vaccinated in the NFL that play. Nobody bothers them. It's no witch hunt. It's no woke mob or anybody giving a damn about them vaccinated. And most people don't care if a person is vaccinated or not. They just want them to be able to play and perform the job they signed up to play and get paid millions of dollars to do. That's what most people care about. Like, I don't think people care if Kyrie is vaccinated or not. They just wanted the Nets to win the championship. The Nets had probably the best team in the NBA, and they wanted them to win. That's what they cared about. They didn't care about his, personal vaccination status until it affected him being able to play and help them win. So he says he might have misled people with his COVID vaccination status, but still stands by his comments. He said there's only a small possibility he won't play in the next game, but before he got into football topics, he acknowledged he might have misled people about his status, but stood by his decision and said he hoped the reaction will be the same as always when he introduced at Lambeau Field on Sunday. And so it says right here, he remains on the reserve COVID list, but he says that he was telling reporters he was immunized, but the earliest he could be cleared is Saturday, which is one day before they play the Seahawks. He said, I made some comments that people might have felt were misleading. Might have felt were misleading. He told McAfee. To anybody who felt misled by those comments, I take full responsibility for those comments. I'm excited about feeling better. I'm excited about moving forward and hopefully getting back with my team and getting back to doing what I do best, and that's playing ball. It's been tough being away from it. I've been obviously dealing with the COVID, and I feel like I'm on the other side of it. Thankfully, and I'm thankful to still be able to have something to look forward to this weekend, hopefully. While he said he feels really good, he acknowledged there are some protocols and checkups he'll have to clear. And he said, I just do believe there's a health hurdle that I have to clear as far as like movement and sweating and getting into it, making sure my body, especially heart, is fine with physical exertion. He said he stands by his decision not to get vaccinated for the reasons he detailed last week, including what he said was an allergy to the mRNA vaccines. Why you didn't just say that in the first place? If you had an allergic reaction or you had an allergy to some things in the vaccine, why you just didn't say that? Why mislead people and say you were immunized? I mean, what's the problem with that? What, you think the so-called woke mob are going to tell you to take something you're allergic to? I mean, it just doesn't sound right, and I think he's full of it. He reiterated that he continues to consult with many doctors and friends who have experienced COVID and not just Joe Rogan. Because originally he said that he had spoken with Joe Rogan, which, of course, you know, Joe Rogan's one of the best doctors around, right? He said he doesn't want to be considered an unofficial spokesperson for the unvaccinated. I'm an athlete. I'm not an activist. So I'm going to get back to doing what I do best, and that's playing ball. I shared my opinion. It wasn't one that was to come to frivolously. It involved a lot of study and what I felt like was in my best interest for my body. Rodgers said he doesn't read or listen to a lot of the comments made about him in general, but admitted he was aware of some of the negative reaction toward him in recent days. I'm human. Stuff can definitely hurt your feelings, he said, but look, I shared an opinion that is polarizing. I get it. And I misled some people about my status. He misled everyone. Where does he get some people? You made that question go away because you misled everyone, the media and all the fans, by saying that you were immunized. And you wasn't. You didn't have an immunity. You weren't immunized with the vaccine. You misled everybody. That's why this is a topic of conversation now, because everybody thought you took the vaccine. He said he take full responsibility of those comments. I mean, you said them. Who else you gonna put that on? He said, in the end, I have to stay true to who I am and what I'm about, which is what? Selfish, a liar, deceitful, entitled, privileged. I mean, who are you? That just made a whole nother light shine on you, and it's not a bright light. It's, you know, a negative light, dark light. So I don't know. He said he had a ton of empathy for people who have been going through the worst part of this pandemic, which has affected all of us in different ways. But so many people with, like I said, lives that were lost, lives that were forever changed. And I have a ton of compassion and empathy for those people. I have tried to help out as much as I can. The other stuff is so out of my control. And there's going to be people that don't like you and hate you for things you said or might not understand what you said or know what you said and might have just seen a headline. That's fine. I believe that people are entitled to their opinion, even if it's an opinion that's unfavorable to me. Okay, well, I wouldn't necessarily say I would hate or, you know, dislike or something to that matter, but I will say it is some distrust Not that I trusted everybody or, the media or athletes so much, but who's to say what he was talking about in Green Bay and how they were treating him was the most accurate. He could have been a little deceitful and misleading with that. So, who's to say everything he says is the most accurate? It's very difficult to know who the real Aaron Rodgers is. Thank you so much, Kendall, for the support and the super chat. I definitely appreciate it. Let me play a couple videos for you. Here go one right here. And here go one more for you. Thanks for the super chat. Thanks for the support. All right, thank you. Appreciate the support. Hey, what's up, Miss Karen? How you doing? Jen, how you doing, Jen? Thanks for coming on through. All right, so yeah, man, definitely Aaron Rodgers looking pretty suspect. I don't know if what he is saying is always possibly true, and I definitely gonna take things that he say with a grain of salt. You can say what you want about people like Kyrie Irving, but Kyrie Irving isn't known to be a liar as well. So you may not agree, but at least he's a straightforward person. What up, Slim? What's good, man? I never got your your email, but I appreciate it coming through. All right, Kendall, I'm glad you loved it. Glad you enjoyed that one. All right, let me get to this next one right quick. We could talk about the damn Frank Gore fight real quick. So Frank Gore and Darren Williams are about to fight. What's up with all these washed up or retired athletes now getting into the boxing ring? So they got Frank Gore going to fight Darren Williams. Darren Williams was considered just as good, if not better, than Chris Paul at one time. And now he's been put into the situation of having to box. What? And Frank Gore was a great running back with San Fran. He managed to stay on damn near another 10 years and compile a lot of numbers. But he did have a glory time with San Fran. And now he's fighting on a match with YouTuber Jake Paul and Tyson Fury's younger brother. I don't know, man. How many of y'all interested in seeing this? Let me know. Put a 1 if y'all interested in seeing the fight. Put a 2 if y'all ain't interested. It says that former point guard Darren Williams is going to fight ex-running back Frank Gore in a boxing match on Jake Paul, Tommy Fury undercard December 18th in Florida. Williams and Gore will be making their pro boxing debut and is contracted for 215 pounds in 4 rounds. Gore has been training in boxing for years and actually declined advances from NFL teams this season to focus on his first fight. His manager is longtime fight rep Mauki Kawa of First Round Management, who also reps NFL players. Williams is a longtime combat sports enthusiast and has trained for years in MMA. He's a part owner in the highly regarded Fortis MMA gym in Dallas, which is where he will train for this bout under coach Saif Saud. Now, Frank Gore is 38 years old, 5-time Pro Bowl selection, and is third in NFL history with 16,000 rushing yards. That puts him behind Emmitt Smith and Barry Sanders. Now, he played a long time. What did it say? 16 years. So he had about a good 6 years as a star, and then he just was very good enough for the rest. He's the all-time leading rusher in San Fran, and 16 years in the league. His last game was in 2020 with the Jets. He said he's excited to be fighting on this card and can't wait to show the world what he's been working on, and that boxing has him excited. Expect some fireworks. What? Frank Gore ain't that big either. He definitely shorter than Williams. And Darren Williams is 37. 3-time NBA All-Star selection with the Jazz and the Nets. He won the Olympic gold medal with the U.S. national team in 2008 and in 2012. And he said combat sports have been a part of his life since his youngest days. And before I was a basketball player, I was a wrestler. Since 2015, I had the privilege of owning an MMA gym. And through that, I have trained in various martial arts to stay active. Over the last year, I've been waiting for the right opportunity to translate my training into a pro debut. Also on the undercard is Amanda Serrano, who is ESPN's number 3 ranked pound-for-pound women boxer. She's going to take on Miriam Gutierrez, and she's eyeing a high-profile match against Katie Taylor in 22. And another fight, Anthony Taylor, who is Paul's teammate, will fight Chris Avila, a protege of UFC superstar Nate Diaz. So, what do you all think about that? And also, before I get into some of the comments, Canelo beat Caleb Plant's ass. Planted him in the ground, which I thought that was going to happen because I never even heard of Caleb Plant until this fight. But they did talk a good game in the pre-fight. He even scratched him or whatever and tried to smack him. But it looked like that was about the best part of what he had to offer. All right, so I don't know. We'll see. You say you want to see that fight, huh? All right. I didn't see it, man. You got to send it again, man. I missed it. It definitely is a cash grab, money grab. Larry said he ain't interested in seeing it. Frank Gore played for a long time. He wasn't great. I said he had a great run with San Fran. I ain't say he was great, like a great running back. When he was with San Fran, he was a top 5 running back in the NFL. For about 5 years. He was a top 5 running back. Then he just played a long time. You want to see the fight, Slim? Kendall, no. Karen, no. Slim, you the only one want to see it, man. You say Darren Williams' numbers is Hall of Fame worthy toward the beginning and midway through his career. Yeah, I mean, when he got that big contract in Brooklyn, he started going downhill. Now, he did put up like 24, 25 points a game one year in Brooklyn, but he just went down each year, down from 24 to 20 to 16, and then he just kind of fizzled out for whatever reasons. But he had an excellent career in Utah, and they say he may have made Jerry Sloan retire early. But whatever case may be, this ain't wrestling, and he say he wrestled, and owning the gym ain't the same as being a fighter in the gym, so we'll see. You say he dropped 50 in like 3 straight games when he first went to the Nets and was a beast with Utah. Exactly. Yeah, Darren Williams had a good little stint, but only a 3-time All-Star. So that just goes to show how short-lived it was. Now, the West had a lot of great guards at the time, but he wasn't one of the best during that time for long. He was a good guard, and at one point during that 3 to 4 year period, some people were wondering who was better between him and Chris Paul. He was actually picked before Chris Paul in the NBA draft. So, you know, but it say Frank Gore about to whoop on Williams. Williams has been watched for almost 10 years. He has. I don't know, man. We'll see. I won't buy the fight unless, you know, people want to chip in on Discord or something and make it work. I don't know. But I'm not interested. Logan Paul is not a good fighter to me. I think that Tyson Fury brother should beat him, especially if his brother is anything like Tyson Fury. I think that'd be a good fight. I wouldn't mind seeing him get dropped. Man, he didn't got a lot of success from YouTube. I ain't gonna lie, man. YouTube, he's damn near one of the biggest stars in YouTube. But you know, we'll see. That's a good question. I do not think Frank Gore is a Hall of Famer, but I think he put up numbers that will be hard for him not to make it. But I do not think Frank Gore was a Hall of Fame talent. Very good player when he was with San Fran, and a little bit above average. You know, after that, I will give him that. But not a Hall of Famer. He played 16 years and had 16,000 yards, which averaged out to 1,000 yards a season, but he put up more than 1,000 yards a season when he was with San Fran, and then he was putting up like 700 and 800 yards a season afterwards. And with 16 games, 1,000 yards a season is not as difficult as it used to be. And now they got 17 games, so I think more people are going to have 1,000-yard seasons. I don't know. I'll definitely pass on this one. We'll see what the outcome is. Maybe if people in Discord, like I say, are interested, maybe we'll make something happen. But I don't know, man. We'll see. It is not easy to make in the NFL Hall of Fame compared to basketball. What up, Big Ron? You are right. It used to be a little easier, though. They have people like Gale Sayers, who only played 4 years in our NFL Hall of Fame, and a couple other people that didn't play long. But the NFL Hall of Fame is more difficult because it's actually the NFL Hall of Fame. It's Pro Football Hall of Fame. Whereas basketball is the Basketball Hall of Fame. So it's not just NBA. It's for college, international, Olympic, NBA, so, and women. So it's a little different because they have everybody that can make it and that's eligible for basketball. Whereas you had to be in pro football, not college. You could have had a great college career and didn't translate into the NFL. Oh, well, sorry for you. You know, Bill Walton, I don't know if he would be in the NBA Hall of Fame. He did have some great years with Portland and led them to their only championship. But then those years was short-lived. And he was a much better college player than NBA. He had a better college career. But if you put both of those together, then he's a Hall of Famer. So, you know, Bo Jackson was a Hall of Fame talent in the NFL. But he didn't play long enough. And, you know, it didn't translate. What's up? Always, you say I just got home from work and missed your picks for the day. I've been using your picks to help me win in more ways than one. Man, that's what's up, man. I'm glad that that's been helping. I'm glad that those picks on the podcast I've been doing every morning has been benefiting you. And everybody, I've been doing a little podcast every morning with the picks for the day for all the games. I've been working with some information. And so with that, I share it with you guys, and you can get the picks with the odds and the lines, and you can choose to do what you want with it. And I see you've been doing good with it, so I'm glad that it worked out for you. I definitely have some more for you all tomorrow. So if you all are watching, look forward to catching those picks on my podcast tomorrow. It does share on YouTube as well, but definitely check it out. And thanks for the super chat support. I appreciate you. Go a video for you. Hey, Jigga, that's what's up, man. You say them picks been coming in clutch for real. That's what's up, man. I'm glad that they've been helping you out as well. I mean, I see it's a, same group of people that's been coming, the same amount. So I'm glad they've been helping. And just let me know, give a thumbs up. Let me know in the comments so that I know that this is going in the right direction, because when we are trying to make content and we don't get feedback and the numbers is growing but slowly, sometimes, people change up the content because they don't know if it's something that people are actually enjoying. So that's why the thumbs up is always important. The comments are always important. You got to let us know that you enjoy it and that it's working for you. And, I'll keep it coming. So definitely do that. I appreciate it. All right. What's good, Jimmy? All right. So we see what was the other thing I was going to talk about? This one last. Odell. So what's up? Is Odell Beckham washed? Or is Baker Mayfield just got a noodle for an arm? Or does he just not have the accuracy yet? He did throw a nice bomb to somebody else without Odell there. Maybe Odell was just, too big of a personality and he wasn't ready to deal with it yet. All the teammates loved him. And it seems that now that he's gone, he's going to have his best place to go of his choosing. Some people say Tampa Bay. I don't think Tampa Bay. It's already so many weapons in Tampa Bay that it would be just probably cause a problem with not enough people getting touches. So, 2 questions I'm going to ask y'all. Is Odell Beckham washed up? Y'all let me know in the comments. And then, where's the best place for him to go? I'm going to answer, I don't think he's washed up. I think that wasn't the best situation for him. Even though him and Jarvis Landry could have been the best combination of receivers in the NFL, it seems that he performed a little better with a quarterback with a strong arm and where he was the primary target. So with Baker Mayfield, with the weapons that he had and the running game and the passing options, it seemed that he wasn't getting enough opportunities, Odell, and maybe it was making him not as interested in the offense as he normally would be, or involved in the offense as he normally would be. And it says that multiple teams with winning records and established offenses are expected to be interested in Odell, and certain players already reached out trying to, have him come join their organization. The Browns excused Beckham from practice last week. They negotiated his exit, and after he was officially released Monday, he was eligible to be grabbed by all the other teams in the NFL. But none wanted to put in the waiver claim and pick up his renegotiated contract of $7.25 million. So now Cleveland got to pay $4.25 million, but they get to save $3 million. And he's only 29 years old, so he got a lot of game left. He's only had 17 catches this year for 232 yards and 0 touchdowns in 6 games. That's horrible. Eli Manning was doing better than what Baker was doing with him. And he's only had 2 100-yard games in 29 games with the Browns since 2019. So, he asked to be traded. He never developed an on-field connection with Baker, and he essentially forced his release last week when his father shared an 11-minute video on social media hours before the trade deadline of plays in which Mayfield didn't pass him the ball. So we'll see. He's a 3-time Pro Bowler with over 1,000 yards receiving in his first season with Cleveland, but suffered a season-ending knee injury in 2020 and then was out when they was in the playoffs. So, what's up? Where do y'all think he should go? And do you think that he's washed up? Let's see. You say Odell to the Packers. That would be a nice pick. Aaron Rodgers would find him. That would be a hell of a move right there. Say what you want about Aaron Rodgers. He ain't never had an Odell Beckham type of talent. That would be a big deal right there. You say he ain't washed, Jigga. That offensive scheme didn't fit him. I'm with you on that. I don't think he washed either. Jay Wellathon, he's going to revive his career. I think so as well. Il Woods, you say OBJ isn't all that to me. He's a hype job. He did get hyped with that one-handed grab highlight catch, but he did have some talent, though. He wasn't just all hype. Now, a lot of people were considering him better than Julio Jones at one time. I don't know about that, or as good, but he ain't all hype. He needs a solid QB. I agree. And I think that he'll do good with Aaron Rodgers, definitely. You say Baker sucks, but OBJ is overrated and never really a number one receiver. I would say Baker is not. He has went downhill this year. He did a little better last year, I believe, than he doing this year or the year before when he put up 27 touchdowns and like 12 interceptions. That was a little better. I think he threw like 20-something interceptions either the year before or last year. That might have been the start of him going downhill. And now, I mean, he can't even pass gas. So I don't know about that. And as far as Odell as a number one, I think he need a better quarterback. Now, I think he a number one, but I don't think that he's the best in the game. Not better than Antonio Brown or Julio Jones or nothing like that. Jamari Riddick, you say the Chargers. I would love to have him on the Bears, but Justin Fields ain't ready for no Odell yet. He wouldn't know what to do. You say, hey, we'll take him in Baltimore, be a distraction, sort of like when Ocho Cinco was in New England. Yeah, but I think that y'all will be able to use him in Baltimore. We'll see. That would be a good weapon, though. You say if I was OBJ, go to Green Bay or the Chiefs. The Chiefs, that would be good with the Chiefs to be on the opposite side of because it looked like he's starting to slow down a little bit too. So we'll see. You say Larry Jones, Odell is a rhythm receiver, and the Browns' priority is the run game. I think he would be good in Green Bay or the Rams. Yeah. Now, the Rams is another good spot, too, Matthew Stafford would definitely be able to hit him with that. And the Browns, they do love the run game. They really do. So they more of a run and defensive team this year. And so, having him with the pass priority team, Green Bay or the Rams, that would be big. Especially, Big Ron say the Raiders or the Rams. Yeah, because the Raiders just lost their deep threat and Henry Ruggs. So that would be perfect. That would be perfect. You're right. He could just slide right on in and they wouldn't even miss a beat. Henry Ruggs may never play football again, looking at what he did. Jigga, you said the Ravens, Packers, or Saints. Yeah, the Saints. Yeah, but this Jameis Winston coming back, I think he out for the season, ain't he? So, I'm not sure. You say Adams is better than OBJ? Okay. I mean, maybe right now, but I don't know. And Odell Prime, only receivers I say was better than him was Julio, AB, and maybe D-Hop. Jamari, you ain't that far off. I could see him as a top 5, maybe top 6 receiver in his prime. It wasn't many better than him. But he wasn't number 1. He had the best highlights, and a lot of people watch highlights and think that's the whole thing. But, yeah. You say, yeah, Justin not ready for an Odell. Nah, I wish, but nah, he ain't ready. The Raiders signed D-Jax. Ooh, Deshaun Jackson? I don't know. If I had a choice, I'd rather have Odell than Deshaun Jackson, man. You talk about to be done. Deshaun Jackson is about to be done, man. I mean, he has some burners, but it looked like them flames is about to fizzle out. So I don't know. Okay, Deshaun Jackson, man, he ain't what he used to be. We'll see. Deshaun Jackson, man, he was dope with Philly, and he was okay with Washington, but I mean, he ain't the same no more. The Phoenix Suns in the NBA, real quick, got another racist owner. Earl Watson said it was toxic in the ownership there. The owner would say all kind of racist, homophobic, misogynistic things. Now the wife is text messaging former employees, saying all kind of stuff to them, saying that she said over the weekend, I decided on my own to reach out to a few people to try to set the record straight and do share how disappointed and hurt I am by the lies that are circulating about my husband and the Suns organization. I shared the betrayal that I felt, and I touched on some of the pain that we are going through as a family. Any suggestion that I tried to intimidate anyone is as silly as it is wrong and outrageous. Why is she getting this bad advice, or why is she doesn't realize this was going to turn out wrong for her to text message former employees? She said in one message, "This is Penny Sarver. I know a lot of bridges were burned between you and Robert, and you are very bitter. I want to remind you that real lives are at stake here." I guess that their life ain't a real one. Later, the message added, "Please put your hatred aside and realize the hurt you are causing by spreading lies and fabrications. Is your time in the spotlight that important? If something happens to one of my children, I will hold you and Earl Watson personally responsible. Think about your own child for a second and imagine the tables turned." What? She trying to sound like the godmother up in here. She said that Earl Watson said he was the former head coach, He said the Sarver's language and behavior emboldened a toxic workplace. I don't know how to interpret it other than as a threat, one former employee said of that message. A second former employee received a message that began, I am so terribly saddened that you would say such untrue things about my husband. Your interpretation of what happened is so far from the truth. You are crushing my family's lives. Thanks for that. A third former employee said their message began, you are such a liar, and you're trying to destroy my husband with your lies. You have destroyed my family and children. You destroyed this billionaire's family and children. One of the employees said they were unsettled by the message, but that they would not be intimidated and were even more emboldened to speak to investigators about their experiences at the Suns under Sarver. So, shows how out of touch she is. And what the hell, why? Sometimes people love to defend the ones they love, but she wasn't there at the office with him, walking around with him everywhere he went. How do you know what he did and didn't say and do? Because he told her he didn't? I mean, he could be cheating on her. I'm sure he would tell her until he couldn't admit it no more that he wasn't. I mean, she sounds ridiculous. And to say real lives are being affected, I guess your life ain't real. Mine is real because I'm rich and I'm worth something and you are just an employee. What are you trying to get in the spotlight? Like, what? I don't know, man. I'm not really surprised by any of this stuff, to be honest with you. It's only one minority owner in sports, period, and that's Michael Jordan. If you want to say Shad Khan, that owns, I believe, the Jaguars, is another minority owner, so be it. He is a minority. Other than that, I mean, you have minorities that own pieces or are part of ownership groups like a Magic Johnson or, Derek Jeter or Alex Rodriguez, but they're not the only owner. It's other people with larger stakes or just as large of a percentage than they have. And that's it, damn near the list right there. I mean, anybody else's percentage is really small. And so, with that being said, to hear any of these billionaire, 99% white, older people have some of these types of feelings or thoughts, it's sad that in the year 2021, people still think and feel that way, but it's not shocking. And it's unfortunate. I do believe that, things should be proven. I don't believe in the court of public opinion necessarily, but it's definitely not looking good. I wouldn't say I doubt it highly. I would be surprised if it came back that it was not true and that this was all made up, as Miss Penny is implying. So, we'll see how it goes. But, I think things ain't going to change till they allow more diverse people to be part of the ownership groups. Just like what we seen happen with John Gruden and Washington and how they were emailing back and forth and what they were saying and doing. They felt for years that was acceptable because that's the type of club and, things that they do. And it was no fear of anybody seeing or being a part of or questioning. And it would have never came out if Washington wasn't under investigation. So we'll see. Before I get up out of here, Slim, you said OBJ should go to the Bengals. You think is ready for that. What's the quarterback name again on the Bengals? He is having a good year. They just lost to the Browns, though. I can't believe I can't remember his name right now. As I'm getting older, I'm getting bad with names, man. I had too many names in and out of my life. But we'll see if he's ready for OBJ. I think they already having a good year with Jamar Chase and Joe Burrow. That's his name. See, I remember before y'all typed it. So, you know, I think that they have a good connection. So we'll see. I got it already. I'm running on dial-up internet up in here in my brain, man. But it kicked in. No, I'm just playing. Thanks, Jamari, my brother, my bear down brother, man. This the best. This the best logo in the business right there. That's fierce right there. Look at that. It just pops on camera. That bear. Chicago Bears, man. The OG of the NFL, Papa Bear Hallis. Oh, man. Jamari, how you feel about the Bears moving from Soldier Field? You know they about to move from Soldier Field in about 5 years. They just bought this property all the way out in the suburbs. They're like 45 minutes away. Damn. Soldier Field got the smallest seating capacity in the NFL, even after the remodel. So that's going to be definitely sad to see the Bears leave, man. Big Ron, you say the owners go by the good old boys network, and that's facts, man. Because in order to become an owner in these franchises, the owners that are there have to vote on whether they want to allow to sell you the team. So, you know, without that, you can't get in. So they only going to a lot of times vote for people like themselves. I mean, the thing with Jordan, Bob Johnson had to kind of bring Jordan in, kind of. And then once he got him in, Jordan got in at the right point, because now it's almost too expensive. He couldn't buy a franchise now because Jordan is worth about a little over $1 billion, maybe $2 billion. And the franchise is probably going to be about $3 billion right now. So he wouldn't be able to be the sole owner, especially if it got into a bidding war. So he got in at the right time. What's up, pretty girl? Love trap content. You ain't a football fan but wanted to stop by and like the video. I appreciate it. And, you know, I talk about all kind of stuff, not just football. We done talked about fights, basketball, Aaron Rodgers and the Vax. I try to talk about the top sports stories of the week. So we ain't necessarily talking about the X's and O's of the games. So I appreciate you for coming through, though. Definitely. As far as the Suns, it probably will be a slap on the wrist because it's a lot of hearsay. I think the wife made a bigger mistake by texting these people. So we'll see how that turns out. Dre Wright, what's good, fam? Welcome. Jamari, you say, I'm excited to see the Bears leave Soldier Field. I'm from Jersey, so I don't have an attachment to Soldier Field. Plus, the Bears don't have a history at Soldier Field like Green Bay have with Lambeau. Man, the Bears been in Soldier Field since, I think, the late 60s or the early 70s. And I'm from Chicago, so I've been to all my Bears games have been at Soldier Field. My sister used to be married to a Chicago Bears player, and we used to go to the games a lot in the locker room and all kind of stuff. So I really, really miss Soldier Field. And that's the old Soldier Field. I never been there once they remodeled it. I need to hurry up and get in there before there's no more Bears games. So, you know. Bucks fanboy, you say sound like OBJ to New England is a done deal. I hope not. I don't think that's the best spot for him. Mac Jones does look like he going to be a good quarterback. And, hey, I know I give the sports picks for everybody to put money or do whatever you want with. I'm going to tell you another way to make money on sports. Buy trading cards. I got a bunch of Mac Jones rookie cards. Let me tell you, a Tom Brady rookie card, you looking at $5,000, $10,000, $20,000 right now for a Tom Brady rookie card. So some of these cards, man, you might want to get. I got a lot of cards worth a nice amount of money. 10 years. Some don't even take 10 years. Some only take 3 years and they worth thousands of dollars. Luka Doncic rookie cards going for $5-10 right now. He only in his 4th year in the NBA. So you might want to look into that. Go to eBay. eBay got some of the best prices on players and cards. You see a player you think may be a star, I got a lot of Mac Jones cards for like $5. So, hey, it may turn out to be a star, and I definitely gonna get my $5 worth. You know what I'm saying? The Bears have a better winning history at Wrigley Field, but they probably been at Soldier Field longer. At Wrigley Field is when Gale Sayers and Dick Butkus and those guys were there. The Bears won all the NFL titles there, and they were definitely winners there. So they definitely have a winning history there, but not, I don't think, because they've been in Soldier Field for like 50 years now. So I don't know. You an NBA girl, pretty girl, love trap content? That's what's up. I love NBA the most. Football was my first love, but NBA is just so much fast-paced excitement. I love the NBA. I talked a little bit about the NBA, so you can check it out. You didn't miss out on it because I was about to wrap it up before I go. That was the last story of the night. So I'm glad you reminded me. I almost missed it. So the last story for tonight is we saw this weak move with Marcus Morris, who's a role player, versus the Joker, who's the MVP of the NBA. He a second-round pick, the greatest second-round pick in the history of the NBA. He's a white dude, foreigner, with amazing skills. Amazing skills, man. One of the most talented bigs, point center. And so while he was coming down the court, Morris ran into him. And in the NBA, you can't prove you got to prove you ain't no punk. Here's the play right here. So that's Joker with the ball. Look, he's 7 foot. Look, bang. He just banged him. Look, pushed him down. Now, Morris, of course, is going to act like he just got decapitated. He over there holding his head so that they can get Joker thrown out, which was a good strategy. I ain't going to lie. But at the same time, get your ass up. Now, look. You see that? Like, nah, dude, get your ass up. Now, where's his head and neck hurt at? I mean, does he deserve Academy Award or what? All he got was a shoulder. But that's the thing in the NBA, and I've watched a lot. And speaking of watching a lot of NBA documentaries, the Kevin Garnett NBA documentary is going to be fire. It's about to come out this month. The Kevin Garnett documentary, I think it's on HBO. The Kevin Garnett documentary is coming out on HBO this month. I was watching the previews earlier. Man, that looked good. I remember that time. But anyway, he was the first high school player picked since Moses Malone. Then after KG did so well, they wanted to pick everybody from high school. And that's when the Kobe Bryants and all those people started coming. But anyway, in all the NBA documentaries I've seen, and everybody I ever known played ball and been around, basketball, it's a mental and a physical game, and people will trash talk you. And so they also will test you. So if he knew he could run and bang Jokic like that and he wasn't going to do nothing, then it's going to be more coming his way. So he had to let him know, I ain't no punk, don't come at me like that. And although he did sell it by holding his neck on the floor as if, my neck and my back, He got what he deserved. And now it says that on social media that the brothers of both players weighed in. So it says as the league is looking into whether any further punishment should come after the ejections of both players, because both players got ejected. First of all, they should not have any further punishment. They both got ejected. The game over with. Move on. It says that that Marcus Morris, who is Markeith's twin brother, got on Twitter and he intimated that Jokic shoving his brother from behind was shady and that he will remember it. Yeah, I hope you remember how your brother was laying there holding his neck too then. He said, waited till bro turned his back. No, he pushed him and turned his back immediately. What you mean waited? He didn't run and hit Jokic and then stand and stare him down. As soon as he hit him, he turned his back. We could watch it again. As soon as he hit him, he turned his back. So, you know, he tried to make it seem as if he waited. Your brother knew he was shady, and he turned his back right away. Of course, the thing don't want to play when you... There it go. Now, look, he hit him. Look, he turned his back already. I mean, the man got to recover. You just hit him while he was in the air. You see that? He turned away immediately. Anyway... He said he had an emoji with a pen in his hand as if he writing it down. So Jokic brothers, I don't even know how to say these names, Straninja and Nemanja, to open up a Twitter account named Jokic Brothers to respond to Marcus Morris. The new account tweeted, "You should leave this the way it is instead of publicly threatening our brother. Your brother made a dirty play first. If you want to make a step further, be sure we will be waiting for you. Jokic Brothers." On Tuesday, Marcus Morris said his mom got the final word. Mama said, "Don't talk on social media no more." Well, there you have it. I love you, mama. Anyway, what's up, man? What y'all think? Y'all think that was a dirty play? You know, what's up? We see that, okay, you say the Bears was at Wrigley for 50, Soldier Field 51, 52. So they've been at Soldier Field longer. Joker is completely in the right how I see it. Facts. Big Ron, you say, but Jay, just because Joker's from Europe doesn't mean anything. He from Serbia where they live extremely hard dealing with bombing and etc. I can't blame Joker for standing up for himself. You exactly right, though. But a lot of Americans, especially black Americans, look at them as not being tough because a lot of them are kind of quiet, soft-spoken, and, you know, they think, oh, I'm from the hood or I'm this, I'm that, and then, you know, they try to test them. So, you know, and his brother did start it and tried to walk away as if he didn't do nothing, knowing damn well what he did. You say, hell, Joker didn't even see Morris coming when the first hit happened. Exactly. Larry Jones, the Morris twins, dirty in general. They are dirty in general. They got a history of being dirty. They got some damn nerve. That's part of the reason that they even got a job in the NBA is because they scrappy like that. Young Slim, Ninja's always trying to act like the victim. I know, right? Larry Jones, Jokic gonna call him Milan. He gonna call Milan from Power. Hey, we have a little problem. We have a problem here on the court. These ninja try to push me. I tell them, I know, bitch. I push you back, huh? I push you back. You turned your back on me? That's no. That's no. You don't do that. They don't call me Joker for nothing. Joker's wild. Joker is wild. Joker is wild, no? Joker is wild, no? Okay, then. Let's do this. Oh, man. Well, yeah, man. I think the NBA should leave it alone. If the other Morris twin try to come at him in another game, suspend his ass, eject him, and let Jokic play. Because, it's over with, man. They both got ejected. Keep it moving. The NBA got a little too soft lately. So it is what it is. Let them play, no? We go and play ball, yes? We do this, huh? You take game from me, you take game from him. It's fair. Even Stevens, yes? Even Stevens, yes? No? He'll know if they mean right or wrong anyway. You say yes. Even Stevens, yes? What is it? Even Stevens, no? Huh? Which one is it that you agree with? The yes or the no? Anyway. Hey, man, I appreciate everybody for coming through. I'm glad y'all enjoyed the little show, and I appreciate everybody, man. If y'all new and watching, definitely hit the thumbs up, subscribe, and I'll see y'all back this Friday with some more content. And everybody be safe out there. Definitely take care of yourself, and I'll see y'all later, man. Peace, and be safe. Deuces.